What is up, guys? This is your boy Toxic here, and welcome back to a new video here on the channel. And today I want to tell you guys a little bit of a a collection of mini stories that about some neighbors I've had when I was in college, and in my interesting encounters with them. So let's talk about it. So starting out was second semester freshman year. When I moved to a single person dorm instead of my original 7-person dorm. For context, it wasn't like 7 people just living in one tiny dorm. It was kind of a apartment style dorm where it was like a living room and a bathroom and 3 bedrooms, where it was 2 to 3 people in one bedroom, just for context. Now I'm in this much smaller dorm, which the one person was supposed to be a 2-person dorm, but however, the person who was supposed to be my roommate ditched out at the last minute. So I was like, oh, bet, room to myself for an entire semester? Oh shit, count me in. And plus, I was in the same door building as a bunch of my other friends, and you would think this was the best case scenario, right? It was, but it wasn't, because like the walls in my building were not the thickest, so you could hear my neighbors pretty easy. The neighbors on the right side were not bad, but however, the neighbors on my left side, they were 3 girls, and let me just tell you, they were absolutely awful. Like, I can hear them playing music, I can hear them yelling, I can hear their conversations, like, I can just hear everything. Like it's one thing to be loud during the day, but the fact that it went on through sometimes 12, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning when I'm trying to sleep, and also probably other people are trying to sleep as well, and then other people can probably hear your conversations too. That is when it becomes a problem. And to try to drown out the volume, like, I tried everything I could. Like, I tried using earplugs. I tried sleeping on the other side. Okay, dude, this is how thin the walls were. Like, I would be sleeping on the other side of the room where, they weren't, and I could still hear them. And I tried knocking on their door plenty of times throughout the semester, and just telling them, "Hey, can you keep it down? Can you keep it down? Can you keep it down?" They're like, "Oh, I'm sorry." And literally the next day, they would just do it again. And this was the theme all semester. And fast forward to April, and I was at my boiling point with this shit. I went over there so many times. I've knocked on the door so many times. I even contacted the RA, and they did nothing. So I decided to take matters into my own hands. And looking back on this was, even though this was kind of stupid, but I still get kind of a laugh out of this. So I wanted to do something funny. So I went to a store, I got some peanut butter, and I did this little harmless prank, obviously, where I put peanut butter on their doorknob. Looking back on this shit, I'm not gonna lie, it was really stupid, and I had to do what I feel like I had to do. But little did I know, when 2 of the people that were in the dorm, one of them was outside the dorm, and when I got done doing it, she looked right at me, and she was pissed, and rightfully so. So I sprinted back to my dorm, locked that bitch, and fast forward a couple minutes later, campus safety came. No surprise. I got 6'9"'d on, and they made me clean the peanut butter off the door handle. And sadly, that really did not fix the issue, because they were still loud. And you were probably wondering to yourself too, are they at least attractive? Sadly not. Like, come on, you can't be annoying and not that hot. Like, come on, bro, like, pick a struggle. Fast forward to the sophomore year, I was in the same building, but however, I was on a different floor, and this time I was with a roommate, one of my close friends. We had not 1, but two very loud neighbors. And again, the walls were super thin, so you can hear literally everything. Yeah, anyway, we had an upstairs neighbor and we had the neighbor to our right, which keep in mind, that is where my bed was. But like damn near every night, we would hear our upstairs neighbors just like pounding on the floor, and I don't know what they were doing, still don't. My roommate has tried to talk to him several times, but no avail. So we kind of came up with this one system that we would take lacrosse balls that we found on campus, take them back to our room, and whenever they would start to be loud at night, we would just throw them up at the ceiling in hopes of getting them to shut up. And sadly, that did not work either. But outside of that, sophomore year, neighbors-wise, wasn't really too bad. It was just fine. I didn't have to interfere with anyone. I didn't have to put peanut butter on anyone's door handles. And fast forward to my junior year, and this was the COVID year. This was the year that everything got shut down. So this wasn't very long-lived. And oh my God, COVID seems like forever. And I won't lie to y'all, that shit just makes me feel old. But my junior year, I had a apartment-style dorm with 3 other guys I know. And our downstairs neighbors were also really terrible. It was rough. A couple things about that year really stood out because, one, I remember the night before cross-country conference, I was trying to sleep. I went to bed pretty early, and they were still out partying. Matter of fact, it was so annoying to like the point where I just said, fuck it, I'm going to go crash out in my friend's room. Number 2, one night, it was partying. They were partying, and they were out super late, and they were being extra loud. And one night, me and my roommates were on the balcony seeing what was going on, and we, no joke, saw one of the guys that were in the room. They were like climbing up on the second floor balcony. Keep in mind, we were on the second floor, and they were trying to climb it from the ground to like the second floor, like as if he was freaking Spider-Man. And also some of us witnessed a fight between one of them. I mean, 2 of the guys that lived there. I don't remember what it was about, but I mean, it wasn't anything too serious either. Luckily, no one got hurt, but still, a little bit more on the hectic side too. And finally, fast forward to senior year. I was in a 1-person dorm again because this time was due to COVID. I was on the first floor, and where my room was set up was I was right beneath where the second floor lobby was. So I was able to hear all the movements. I was able to hear the conversations in the lobby. And this was my least favorite part. We had a pool table in our hobby, right? And whenever people would like slam their pool cues down, I would be able to hear that. And I remember the night before one of our indoor track meets, like I heard this until like 2 o'clock in the morning. It was fucking terrible. But yeah, needless to say, I know those stories are not as crazy, but like I'm not gonna lie, I kind of had some bad luck when it came to neighbors throughout college. So, and honestly, on this channel, I thought it'd be nice to share them and do something different. If you did, leave a like if you did, comment, sub, and also tell me some of your crazy college neighbor stories or roommate or whatever kind of stories. Anyway, thank you so much. Like, sub, love you guys. Until next time, peace.